Okay. Great. Now, Mike, you can hear. Oh, there we go. No, just. Okay, great.
Trousers.
Oh, right. Great. Onegaishimasu. Okay, great. We'll just loosen the body a little bit up and down. Okay, set the string in front and back. To the sides. Right, rotate to the body. And take it into an opening, close movement. Nice wave through the spine. Release that little back a little bit. Take the hands out to the side. Deep breath in. Let the hands track through the center. Let the head release. Top of the spine releases. Let the arms pull the body gently down. Release out the arms a little bit as you get down. Release the spine. Relax the head, the face, the neck. Pull yourself up. A little bit more weight in the feet. Pull yourself up gently. And curl the spine. One more coming out to the sides. And roll down the center line. Head follows, spine follows. And the arms nice and loose. Release out with the breath. Right. And just pull yourself up halfway, hands just stopping at the knees. Just going to a kind of cat cow. And under, extend. Okay, and stretch yourself right back up. Nice deep breath in, stretching right up. And hinging all the way down. The arms extended, and then curl the back towards the ground. Curl all the way back up. Just follow your own breath with this one. Deep breath in, long breath out. Okay, the last one coming up. Okay, so I start to settle a little bit down. A couple of breaths. Keeping the palms in contact with the ground. Just release out the shoulders. You can roll them in circles, figure of eights. Open and close the shoulder blades. Just play with mobilizing. Shoulder blade. Right. And next in breath, just try to pull yourself back up. Good. Okay, just release out the shoulders a little bit. That's the sides, nice and loose. And roll in the mat backwards. Changing forwards. And alternating the moves. to forward, let the arms release. Figure of eight. Roll out the elbows. Change direction. Roll that into fist, into figure of eight. Change in direction. Great. Take the fist back. Wait, the rotation. Now through the elbow. Make big circles with the hips. Change in direction. Right, and bend your knees. Take a little step out and circling the knees, the ankle nice and lower. Change direction. Nice have to bring the knees down. Good. With the hands down, just allow the knee to come down to the ground. Alternate each side. A little bit of pressure into the feet and the toes. Keep the hands down. Pull the legs up long. Release at the back of the legs a little bit. Yourself up to standing. Find the shoulder width apart. Just rolling on the side of the feet. Times. Step one foot gently in front, the other foot at the back, just use it as a kind of balance and just play with coming onto the toes of that front foot. Most of the weight's on the front leg. So the back foot in the middle of the balance. If you're really good balance, you can take the leg off the ground. And up with it. Use the big toe. And so, keep that leg out a little bit. And change the leg. And kind of balancing that back foot a little bit. Most of the weight on the front leg. Bring yourself down. Keep that leg out a little bit. Take a wider stance. Back foot just off on the back heel. Just the heel off the ground. Just sink the weight down into the leg. Touch the knee down. Pull the body up. Touch the knee down. Pull the body up. Great, change the leg. Great, check out the legs a little bit. Wide with the legs, let the feet point out. Just first sink the hips down. Hands on the knees. Just rock side to side gently. Sink down a little bit deeper if you can. Bring the hands to the ground if you need to, and just rock out the hip side to side. Good. Pull yourself back up a little bit, hands on the knees, slice yourself to push the knee away, look over the shoulder. Alternating each side. Then back into the center, shift the weight into one leg, lengthen and bend. Bringing the heel up on the opposite foot. Nice have to lengthen down, bring your hands onto the ground, lengthen through the back of the knees, pull the legs along, pull the hips up. And nice and gently, as you pull, start to move the hips back, start to crawl the hands forward, crawl the fingers forward. Let the hips fall back. Let the hands reach out. Walk yourself out long. Lengthen through the whole spine, lengthen through the shoulders, the arms. So gently crawl the hands back. And just let the body rock from leg to leg. Swing from leg to leg, or rock, however you want to see. Let the hands come to the front, into the center. Slowly walk the feet together. Lengthen down into the ground. As much as you can, bring the palms into the ground. And if you need to, bend the knees to do it. Nice and slow, coming up to standing. Good. Last one, just take the leg out long at the back. Just pressure down into the heel. Into the ground. Sink the weight down. Just side bend from here. Bring the arms up. Like a diamond shape in front of the head. And then side bending over. Away from the back leg. Couple of deep breaths in this position. Slowly draw yourself back to center. Change the leg. Step into it. Great. Just bringing the hands up. You reach the center line, just start to gently take yourself away from the back foot. Deep breaths. Bring the back heel off the ground to increase it if you like. And slowly back to center. Drop the arms down. Bring the legs together. Shake them out a little bit. Good. Release the wrists. Move them any way you like. Roll out the arms. And take the shape to the whole body. The feet flat on the ground. Think about the top of the head. Tip to the toes, the heel, strongly in contact with the ground. Tip to the fingers. Let the movement pass through the whole body. And you start to make it smaller and smaller. Gentle pulse. into stillness. Okie dokie, good. We'll continue with Joe what we'll do. So we'll try and look at the 13 Yokata. So just if you're just working with the ski, just go straight into a Zengo. So working with the thrust, rotating the side to get into the ski work. To the jump, weight in the ground, settled and mobile through the movements. So just do one exercise here, which is it's really related to this movement, and it's in a sense it's easier to do. I don't have the weight of the jaw in front of the body. Think about Morihei Ueshiba. So if you think about someone grabbing both hands, and you think about this first movement that we make, so you go into the ground here, and then you roll the body down, and then you find the rotation here with the ground. So the rotation in the forearm and the hand is from the ground, this pressure, and the body's spiraling through. But it's not that the arm basically pulls you through. Because if I pull with the arm, basically I take all the weight in the arm. So what I want to do is ground the body down and then find that the rotation is actually going to start down in the ground and that the pressure is going to pass through the body and pull the body through space. So just alternate the hand. You need the front hand to do this, obviously, but play with, keep the jaw in the opposite hand, but play with finding the ground. The key thing in here is sinking the weight down, feel the pressure in the ground here, and then feel that you can pass the rotation to the hand, but not that the hand pulls me over, but that the body rotates and the hand follows that motion. So you find the extension, you sink in, and then you roll through the hand. Am I?
Yes, sorry, I can't see your feet.
Other feet. Which?
Right.
So you're going to be, in this case, I mean, more of a handling position. And I'm going to roll in this position, a bit wider. And then I'm going to roll the foot, and I'm going to draw that foot up. So it's a little bit of a narrower position than with the jaw, but you've got that position. Sink in, connect to the center line, pressure into the ground, and then roll the foot and allow this foot now to adjust back into here. That's it. Let's play a few without the jaw. Just to get a connection going. Again, the key thing we were doing yesterday is like, don't let the hand take over because it'll really want to, start the movement. You feel that the ground's the the force that I'm going to use to rotate the body. Nice. And then just play a few with one motion with this. So as you think about drawing down into it, this and this going together. So this and this going together. So again, there's a kind of draw down of the body. There's a draw, the weight hits, and then I use it to spiral out. The weight hits, and I use it to spiral out with the arm. And if I'm organizing the body this way, it's impossible for the arm to start it. So, well, it will try it. It will try its best to start it, but if it does, it will just disrupt the whole movement. So look for something in the body. This is the. And it's not that the arm does nothing, it's that it just follows and it's good. That's this. Trying to slightly exaggerate this up. Try and feel that your body actually is deeper into the ground than you think. So the tendency with these kind of moves is that I'm like, I exist on top of the ground and I kind of move on the ground and I do something like this. I'm kind of rotating the body on a flat plane. Feel that your body's actually really deeply in the ground. So slightly exaggerate this. You can kind of lift your body up, and then I want to feel that I'm kind of sinking the weight into the ground. The weight sinks and then I come out of it. The weight sinks, and I kind of roll out of it. So feel your weight basically drain deeper than it is. It's going right through the floor, through the floorboards, through the whatever thing you've got, whatever structure you've got. But feel that your weight's actually settled into it. That's it. Yeah. You're kind of deeper, thicker, heavier connection to the ground. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, great. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Okay, go back to the joke. So again, keep that feeling in the body, and if you ever get kind of lost with this or this kind of movement, you feel like start with the arm, you start with the body. Go back to this kind of feeling. So there's kind of deep entry in, and then I kind of roll backwards. So the ski's deep in the ground. Just ski works really great for this because I need to be deeply rooted, and then I just need to mobilize the structure through it. Because I am deeply rooted, the tendency is to be held off the ground. And if I am, then the next movements really are difficult. So if I'm kind of have the weight sunk below and my feelings extending beyond the feet into the ground, should be a little bit easier to find that. Yeah. So. Okay, good. And just one more thing before we go into the kata. This is all related to the kata work, but one problem with this kind of thing is that I start to push the body weight into the ground. So it starts to become something like push the body weight into the ground. So it becomes something, and then kind of I start to do it. And this creates all this tension in the body, and it's really unnecessary in a sense. So think that it's more about allowing the structure to fall into the ground than it is that I'm pushing into it. And the quality you're looking for, the feeling you're looking for, is that the upper body is able to mobilize really lightly. So the feedback from this is whether the jaw feels light and mobile in that movement especially. And if it feels kind of heavy, it's probably because I'm kind of pushing and increasing tension in the body. So think about the weight basically falling towards the ground. towards the ground. And the idea is to really make the arms mobile and the jaw mobile. That's the ultimate aim. And the kind of the way to do it in this case is to just to let the structure settle and fall towards the ground. That's where it wants to go. So yeah, okay, great. Very good, 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 good. Okay, great. So we'll go into the kata. We'll just look at the first full movement of the kata. So it goes here, you ski off to the left side, and then you're mobilizing into the hayagaishi, rolling back into a block, and then you're into the ski on the right side. And then slice it to come back down. These are the same kind of feelings that you've got. So the main one is again that weight kind of drawing down, settle, and then mobilize through the feet. Mobilize through the feet. Mobilize to the feet. And just keeping that feeling off. Beneath. Settle and mobile. Settled and then mobile. Settle, mobile. Okay, great. So we'll look a little bit, there's some kind of specific work going on in the compressions, but the main thing with compression patterns when you're moving is just knowing which foot to compress into, basically, or to fall into. Compress is a good word, but falling into is also a good word. So when you're doing the first move, I'll kind of walk through it, but the right leg receives the weight because I need to mobilize the left leg. So the right leg takes the weight, I fall towards and I press the body out. Now, when I find the hayagaishi, I want to let the weight drain towards the front leg. So the weight drains towards the front leg, I mobilize the back leg, and then I go into the strike. And then I change the leg again, so the right foot receives the weight, and I roll the body back into the block. And then the last movement, the weight's going from the back leg, and then I settle into it. So the best thing, just walk yourself through it as you do it. So it's, depending on the movement, it's going to be the front leg or the back leg, but notice which it is. The only thing you need to look at is which leg I need to mobilize to move. In this case, I need to mobilize the front foot, the weight must sink to the back leg because I've only got 2 feet. I wish I had more, but I don't. Right. So, that's it. Okay, so we'll think in terms of practical cases. In the case of the second strike or the hayagaishi, so all of this later is done whether a person's attacking me on the center line for a ski. So the first movement is wedging off the line to the left side here. The second movement, I've got the person again coming for the chest, so I need to mobilize the whole body off the line this way. So what I don't do in this case is pull the body back into a block. What I'm doing here is mobilizing the whole body around, and in the same movement, I'm striking. So that whole movement of the hayagaishi, the strike on the second movement, needs to be done in the space of one ski, which is a very fast movement. If you think about someone attacking you, it needs to be done in that space. So it needs to be a very sharp movement. So, but I'll do that through being able to mobilize the whole body. That's the side this way. And it's not necessarily a forward movement. It depends obviously on the target. I'm doing but it's more the idea that I need to leave the line and create the strike this way. So it's quite a sharp movement that it gets, but it needs to be one motion rather than kind of couple kind of glued together. It needs to be really one straight motion. Yeah, that's it. Okay, nice. Ooh, so. Good. Great. Right, and we'll spend a little bit of time now on one of the difficult parts of it, which is the 𝘂𝘂 part of it, or the 𝘂𝘂 portion of it. So we'll start again with the ski because it's going to set you up into it. So start with position number 4, and then you're going to open out the body this way, roll through, and find the 𝘂𝘂. If you've got really high ceilings, you can come up to the full vertical 𝘂𝘂. But just play this, just 2 movements. So it's the ski, opening out, and rolling through into the 𝘂𝘂. In this case, I can just go up to the 45-degree angle, but if you can complete it fully, ski, release, roll through the body. So I'm going to try. Okay. Ski. Okay, good. I should share the feet with this. The first thing with any move is protecting the joint system, basically, because if I don't protect the joint system, I'm going to destroy it, and then mobility and all this stuff is out of the window. So one point with this is when you do the ski work, that's fine, but the foot being placed like this is not good to an entering in with the body, because I'm going to rotate and screw into the knee. So what I do in this movement, because I know I'm going to end up facing that way, what I need to do is as the body starts to pass over the knee this way, I let the knee open up and I let the foot open up with it this way. And that allows the body to rotate further in, and then it allows the body and the hip to pass through and find this position. Yeah, and then I'm able to press that foot into the body, this foot, and then roll and open the body this way. So again, play with the 𝗔𝗤, play without it. It's easier, obviously, to get the rotation without the 𝗔𝗤 because I'm not thinking about what the arms need to do. But just think in terms of basic mechanics, which is like I don't want the knee to basically take all the brunt of that movement, or the force of that movement. So it needs to open out to allow the body to pass through safely. Basically trying to listen to the joint system as I do it. Serena. Hello.
The last 10 minutes.
You're in a different place. You're in the same place, right? Yeah, same place. Different device. That's it. Nice. That's it. Yeah, good. Okay, now again, in terms of movement, although it is a more complicated movement, there's lots of ways to do this. But if I'm thinking about whole body and compressive force, this is a very difficult movement to do. In terms of the last ones we were doing, so this idea of these and this is all very simple kind of compression work. I'm basically just falling towards one leg. When you're doing rotation work, compression work becomes very, very tricky actually. So you can do this you can do it in a simple way without compressing the force. And I basically jump through the movement or something like that. And it's very light and it's great and it does the job, but it doesn't allow me to apply force or pressure or weight or all these kind of things. So play when you do this, especially when you're doing it with the 𝗔𝗤. I'm going to do a few without it. Play with the feeling of where I need to compress into to find the movement. So it's a tricky one because I need to stay mobile in the foot as I do it. So I need the foot to be mobilizing all the way through. And all the rotation work, I'm going to try and stay on the ball of the foot to kind of keep that contact supple. So the foot and the feeling in the foot needs to be really, really supple, which is different from the kind of what I can get away with simple compressive work where I just kind of lock the foot in and move the body. In this case, I can't lock the foot into the ground because, again, I'll screw the knee up, basically. So, simple movement, but not actually very easy. Yeah, that's it. Perfect, good. Okay, we'll go to 6 in the kata. So this ends with the hasso and then the strike. So starting number 1 again. So this is all the same. Go here 1, 2, 3, 4. I find the hasso 5, and then 6 is coming down, striking really open. Just like so to come back through the beginning. Because it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay, good. We'll just do a little bit of pressure time. We'll go through the whole last section and then we'll refine some points with it, but just get the kind of broad part of it. So starting position 6, you've got the strike position. Yeah, you've got someone thrusting to the back now. So you're rotating through the back, adjusting the grip, and you're parrying the jaw off to the side of the body. You follow that with a ski. You withdraw the jaw back into a get out position. And then you're going to roll up, in this case, into a block, step through, and then you're going to find a height ski. You're going to roll back, and you're going to thrust into finish this way. Yeah, we'll just do a few, nice and slow. You start in position 6, you're in an engaged strike. You roll 7 block, 8 ski, 9 withdraw, 10 roll through with a block, 11 thrust in height, 12 rolling back with another block, and then 13 finishing. Good. And again, you're from position 6. It's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. Try on your own time. If you've got any problems, let me know. This is 7 to 13, last section of the kata. Difficult bits on 10. 10's a difficult one. Okay, the main thing with this, apart from technical thing, is the kind of feeling and the function of the form. So there's no empty movements, or there's no useless movements in this kata. So you're either blocking and parrying and wedging, or you're striking through. So there's no kind of just passing back the body. No, actually, there's one preparation in it, but I tell a lie. But here's a block which I'm connecting to. I thrust, and then I'm going to draw the go back. So that later really is one movement, but this movement now is really a block. So I'm trying to wedge the body through with weight in, and then press through. And then this last movement is also a block. So it's coming back in and applying weight through it, back onto the center, and then thrusting through. So there's no kind of dead movement in the case where I'm just kind of pulling back to come on. It's really all functional. Through the thrusting or parrying, which all requires weight, basically, which all requires compressive force towards the ground. Slow. Okay, good. Okay, we've got a few minutes. We'll try the whole set. So going through the whole kata. Start with number 1. We'll start with 0. And we'll go into it. Start nice and slow. So big pause between. So it goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and back. Okay, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Okay, just your own time. Give it a try. Okay, if you've got problems, let me know. We've got a couple minutes or so. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Stuck. Oh.
I need to hear.
Oh, no, I'll do one. We'll do it together. We'll do it together, Emma. Ready? We'll do it together. Ready?
You also, I get lost.
We go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Good. 11, 12, 13. And back. Good. Do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, good. Keep going. Here we go. Ooh. Stuck. Very nice. Ooh.
Great. Okay, keep going. We will stop when you reach the end. Perfect. Okay, great. Let's stop right there. Very good. Right. どうもありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。Thanks.
Here we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Everybody.